and see if $3 really gets you a good deal on some nice grape beverages. Anyway, let's give it a shot and bring out our flight simulator. Alright, we have our flight simulator back out with our 4 glasses, and we have a little chalkboard at the front of it where we can write down what each wine is. Get that nice wood sound. Don't worry, I'm not gonna scratch the chalkboard as many kids might have done back in elementary school. Alright, now let's start pouring out our wines and cracking them open so we can finally test them out. Alright, so now what we have to do is decide what order we're going to pour out these wines and what order we're going to drink them in. I think a good one to start with will be the white Zinfandel here. Now, these all have a little winky owl on them. It's pretty cute, not gonna lie. No wonder why they got me to buy it. But according to the back of the white Zinfandel, this is a California wine. Its taste is sweet but light-bodied with subtle flavors of cranberry and watermelon with notes of fresh strawberry and cherry. Some liquid sound there, I guess. And this one's best served when chilled, so I did throw it into the fridge before this. Let's open it up. Perfect, and we'll put that in our first glass. Alright, I will set that one aside. Next, I think we should move into the Chardonnay. Now, Chardonnay, also from California. I guess they got some good vineyards that supply to Aldi. You know, I never knew that, but California knows what they're doing. So semi-dry for this one. Medium-bodied, subtle flavors of rice, apple, pear, toasted oak, and a hint of spice. It says it goes good with grilled fish and roasted chicken if you're the kind of person that likes to pair your wine with your din. And this one is also best served when chilled, so I also threw this one in the fridge. We got another cork to play with. is quite the popular item. This is a Shiraz. Now, I haven't had a lot of Shiraz wine, so I don't even really know what to expect. So let's take a look at it. Another California wine. Dry taste, medium bodied, subtle hints or subtle flavors of black cherry, blackberry, and a hint of spice. So lots of dark fruits in this one. And then this one apparently goes good with Asian cuisine and grilled meats. It's too bad I don't have any of that tonight. This one though is best served at room temperature, so we'll be going from the chilled wines to a room temperature one next. Let's get it open. Alright, and pour a glass. I like the color on that one. Oh yeah. Perfect. Finally, we'll be moving on to a true dessert wine in Moscato. It was one of the first wines I ever liked, probably because it's super sweet, but I think it'll be a good return to form after that Shiraz. According to the bottle, this is a California wine, sweet and light-bodied, delight flavors of ripe citrus, apricot, and peach. Spicy cuisine, light cheeses and desserts is what you would eat it with. And this one is also best served when chilled. So this one I also threw in the fridge, and I got them all at the right temperature. One final pour. Alright, well, there we have it. All four of the wines lined up and ready to be tested. But first, we gotta write down which is which. So, the first one on your left, I guess, is the white Zinfandel. Then we have Chardonnay. Then we have Shiraz. And finally, Moscato. I'm not sure if you can even read that from your perspective, but it'll have to do. So now what we're gonna do is begin the taste test from my right to my left. So that should be left to right for you. Maybe, I truly have no idea. I cannot tell. So let's go with that white Zin to start. it's passable. Truly, I'm not a wine critic, so I couldn't tell you what's good wine. But I mean, it's sweet. It's a white Zinfandel. It tastes a little fruity. It'll pass. I am not at all repulsed by this $3 white Zinfandel. Let's see how it leads into the Chardonnay. Okay, yeah, that's probably $3. Yeah. The Chardonnay, you know how Chardonnay is supposed to be dry, but like it's still supposed to be good. This is just kind of like dry, and then it's just kind of like it tastes like water after that. So, if I was buying the $3 Aldi wines, I would not choose the Chardonnay first and foremost. Let's move into the Shiraz. This one I have not had at all before. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's bold. That is bold. That's big. The middle section is a little weird here because they both have elements of what their actual wine should have, but they both kind of fall flat afterward and just taste like water. So, yeah, I would say stick with the sweet wines, and hopefully that this Moscato will end things off better than they were in the middle. Now, the first thing that I noticed about this Moscato is that when you just stick it up to your face, you instantly get hit with a ton of smells of fruit, which is different than these two in the middle, because these two in the middle are very watery and not very flavorful. But this Moscato here is just jam-packed. It's jam-packed with flavor. And not necessarily in a good way. Like, the flavors are good, but they're not, they don't taste like real grapes. It kind of tastes like they kind of just, I don't know, they don't taste like grapes. I'm gonna have to say that the white Zinfandel is probably my favorite of these four, just because it doesn't, it has the flavor that you're looking for in these two that don't really have much flavor, but then it doesn't like punch you in the face like this Moscato does. Now, to end things off, would I say that I would recommend these $3 wines to anyone? I think if you're really on a budget, like I quite am often, and you're just looking to have something to relax with and get a little tipsy, I would say try the white Zinfandel or try the Moscato and see if you like it. It's $3, you're not wasting your money. That being said, these two I feel like would get old after like one glass, so I can't necessarily recommend them to anybody. Now, that being said, do I think I put them in the right order as I did with the beers last time? Honestly, the order probably doesn't even matter with these wines. They're so just like basic that it's like, who cares? At this point, you spent $3 on it, like you don't need to worry that much as to what order you drank them in. But anyway, that'll do it for another round of the ASMBartender. Feel free to comment below if you ever buy $3 wines from Aldi or any other grocery store, because I want to hear your thoughts on them. I want to hear if you're just trying to drink them to have a little fun, because honestly, that's what I would do. I'm no wine snob.